Hi everyone, it's Steve here from Steve's RC Shop and RC Winches in Leicester. Today's video is going to be about our new Black Rat Servo Winch. These are designed to plug into a spare channel on your receiver, and as long as you've got a 3-position switch, they will work perfectly. I've ripped some electrics out of an old TRX4 here, so I've got this one obviously already mounted onto a little test rig. And I've got this actually on the steering here, so if I turn the steering one way, that's going to winch out. There's my central position, which is stop, and then winch back in. Doesn't have to be done like that. You can have a manual switch there. As long as it's 3-position, it will work from the receiver. You will need a minimum of 5 volts and an absolute maximum of 6 volts for these particular types of servo. This particular one has been our demo and test one. It's been absolutely hammered over the past few weeks, constantly pulling weight up and down, up and down, up and down on a different rig we've got, trying to basically get it to fail. We know what it will fail at, but it will happily do around 10 to 11 kilos, which is just over 22 pounds, and we're going to do a demonstration of that in a second. So it's a basic straight bolt-on. Obviously you've got your drum which comes with it. You've got a minimum of 2 meters of line. If you want 3 meters, no problem, and then you've got a black or silver hook of your choice. So I'll just pop that there and just diverse a little bit. If you are running higher than 6 volts at your receiver, yeah, you'll need a different type of servo winch. So say if you're running 7.4 as an example, you will need the Virus 3. Again, that will run direct from your receiver on a 3-position switch. If you want to run a servo winch and you haven't got the facility to run it from a 3-position spare channel, sorry, a 3-position switch on a spare channel, then we do the Virus X, and they will actually run from a handheld key fob. That's a completely different video for another time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this outside. I'm going to put it onto little homemade trailer that we've got with about 11 kilos of weight on, and we're going to pull that along so you can actually see it operating. So I'm just going to put this on pause and we'll be with you in a second. Right, okay, so obviously we're outside now. Just before we load this up, I'm just going to show you these weights. So I've got 2 of these 2.5 kilos weights, so that's 5 kilos. Okay, and then we've got couple of 1.25s, and 2 more 1.25s. So that's gonna stay on there. So that's just over 10 kilos with the weight of the car. And right, we're going to take that anyway a little bit further down the garden and get the test rig on. Okay, so we're outside as you can see, and we've got our little test rig here, which is pinned down to the floor. That is absolutely solid, not going to move. And then a little bit further up here in the distance is our car. That's weighted with our 11 kilo blocks. So what we're going to do now, operate it the right way, is just winch it in. So yeah, it's moving slowly, but it's under quite a lot of load. The big 2.2 tyres on there with a lot of weight on them. The suspension and the actual chassis look are rubbing right into the ground. But the winch is still under constant load, and that's working fine. So obviously the more weight you put on this, the slower it's going to go. There's not many trucks out there that weigh sort of like 10-11 kilos. So if you've got the average, say maybe Bronco or TRX4, something like that, you'd be looking at 3.5 to 4 kilos. And normally when you're winching, you actually squeeze your trigger in a little bit and help the winch along with the actual, wheels going round. not just relying on the winch, which is exactly what this is doing, but it's just a demonstration to show you basically how powerful they are and it's not going to give up. Just on a note as well, guys, is this is actually still running at 5 volts. If I crank it up just 1 extra volt, it does make that you know, a bit of difference. So we're nearly there. That what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop the video there, and I'm just going to drop it up to 6 volts. Okay guys, so I've actually changed the electrics now and we're set at 6 volts. So I'll just let it out a little bit further just so it's a bit fair. But we'll winch it in now at 6 volts. So it's a bit unfair on video sometimes, but I can tell from here it's making, you know, not a massive difference, but it is making a difference. So, you know, that's about it, guys, really. That's a demonstration of the Black Rat Servo Winch under about 11 kilos of load there on a rolling drag, with the chassis buried into the floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another video with the Virus 3 running at 7.4 volts, so you can see the difference. But yeah, if you need any help, guys, any information, just contact me at the link below and send me the email. Alright guys, have a great day.